Hey, what's up, OTC? How are you doing, bud? Audio okay? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Excited to finally be up here streaming. I was a little bit worried with the clouds tonight. There's a lot of clouds trying to push our way, but got a little bit of clearing here, so we're gonna do some Saturn view for sure. Saturn and probably Neptune as well. All questionable with the clouds though. Sync the telescope real quick. We should be good. I appreciate that, OTC. What's up, Jer? How you doing, bud? Yeah, I appreciate it, LTC. I really do. We're gonna be messing with a lot of clouds tonight. It sprinkled even earlier, so something we gotta watch tonight. Make sure we don't get taken over. See if I got the all sky. Yep, it should be loaded. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the clouds there. It's not too terrible right now. Kind of see the Milky Way. It's a little bit harder to see the Milky Way, but you kind of see it right now. What's up, Brad? Doing good, Jared? Awesome, man. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Hopefully we stay awesome tonight. See Saturn there, right above the telescope, that bright dot. Doesn't look too bad right there, though. I was ready for some stargazing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. Make sure I get everything in place. Sometimes the comments get a little bit crazy, so I try to have a couple of different windows with the comments that come through so I can quickly look for them as I'm trying to focus on like moving the telescope, and there's a lot that goes on there. Get that out of my way. That should be good here. Okay, yeah, this looks good. All right. I think we're good though. Beautiful view though. It's like a really beautiful view of Saturn. Let me try to stack it real quick. See how it actually looks stacked. It looks a little rough on my side, so it may not stack well. Let's try it though. I just want to see what it does. Yeah, it's a little wild. Still a little wild out there, but ain't too bad looking though. I'll try a little bit more focus on it. I can see the striation really well in it. Let me try to stack it one more time. See what it does. Yeah, it's everywhere. The atmosphere is wild. Crazy wild atmosphere tonight. Can you guys see Saturn okay on the screen? Let me turn up the histogram real quick. See where the moons are located at here. See Titan way up there on the top left. Yeah, the clouds are going to be kind of pesky tonight. They look like they're going to be a bit pesky. Trying to see kind of where moons are located right now. Got a couple on the bottom, and then of course Titan way up there. Hey Nathaniel, how you doing, bud? Pull out the histogram real quick. Is that said hi button kind of like annoying on the YouTube side? I notice a lot of people hit that thing. I don't know if you guys mean to, because I don't think Brad meant to hit it. Of course Brad might have. There, yeah, this should be green and easy to see. Well, if it's over the horizon, we'd be able to. Not over the horizon when we get to it. All red under the horizon. You can thank me for the bad scene conditions. Man, you guys are supposed to have some wild storms, aren't you? This week over that way. Let's see here. Oh, no way. Really? And I hope you guys keep that stuff. Don't send it my way. We're trying to send it out here. We want the views. If anybody wants to see a telescope down there, pulled in a little bit better. Telescope we're using right now. Had some crazy lightning just a couple hours ago. Calmed down finally, huh? Oh, I got you. It's not too bad here. It's not super dry, but we could use a little bit of moisture. We definitely could. I don't want it. It just messes up. Like, I think this whole week looks like it's going to be raining, so I'm not sure how streaming is going to work this week yet. Everything looks a little wild. Oh, wow. Yeah. In California, you can always use the moisture, I bet. Oh, I bet. I'm sure you guys got a lot, though. I turned the air conditioner down here in the observatory. It's way too cold. Running at like 78 degrees. This thing is freezing me out right now. Maybe we'll go up quite a bit, like 83. California is probably way drier than Colorado. That's probably true. That's probably true. Planet on a stick. Yeah, absolutely, Jer. Absolutely. I need to get out there. I need to get out to California. I got a buddy out there. I need to get out there and see him. I don't want to go to California, but I definitely enjoy visiting my buddy. Got me catch-22, I guess. Tighten down my microphone a little better. Hey, by the way, if you're new here, say hi. Let us know you're hanging out. Let's see the cube. What cube? Don't know anything about a cube. I'm not sure what tree you've been trying to reference, to be honest. Brad said hi. Well, hi, Brad. You goofy. You goofy dude. You're new? Yeah. This is Saturn. Right now we're looking at Saturn. Currently looking out towards Saturn. Jupiter doesn't come up until fairly early in the morning. We get to see it, I don't know, it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock before it gets above the trees where we can start to see it. Wind is hitting the telescope. Doesn't take a lot of wind to do that. Good morning from South Africa. Hey, good morning. Welcome in. Glad to have you. Right now we're hanging out Saturn, and some of the moons. If we get a decent atmosphere, decent enough anyways, we'll start to be able to see some of the moons, but there's clouds coming through right now. You can barely see Titan up there on the top. Titan's going to be the one to the top there. Kind of like that orangish color. That's going to be the second largest moon in our solar system. I'll bring back the light a little bit so we can see Saturn a little better. Cube's on its way, okay. Gotcha. It's a cool view out tonight, though. We'll probably hang out with Saturn and probably look at Neptune as well tonight. What's up, Walker? How you doing, bud? Yeah, Saturn's gorgeous. Saturn's a really beautiful planet. We're edge on right now, so we're seeing the rings basically edge on, which gives us this weird line that goes through it rather than seeing the actual rings, more of like the flat plane of the rings. The telescope there on the bottom. This telescope right here. Will the ring be less edge on? Oh man, next year it'll look a little better, but 7 years from now we'll be to the point where we see it a lot more at the point of the flatness of the point that we would see the rings anyways, but next year it'll look a little bit better. Yep, this is Saturn live right now. Beautiful Saturn currently. Saturn hanging out with us. I appreciate that, Walker. I appreciate you, bud. I'm glad to have you here too. Definitely glad to have you here. We got Saturn. We can get Neptune we can get Neptune here soon, but we got Saturn. You can see some of its moons whenever the clouds don't mess with us, like that one up there. That's Titan up on the top there. Kind of like that orange color coming through. Beautiful Titan. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that, bud. You've seen Venus before. Venus is really beautiful. Oh, thanks, Jer. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad to have you back, by the way. Definitely glad to see you every night we go stream. Definitely glad to see you. What's up, Donald? How you doing? Nope, it's Saturn. Not Uranus. Better now, dude? That's awesome. It's always awesome when you can make someone's night a little better. I always believe in that anyways. What's up, Brad? I see you saying hi again. Do you think a gas giant could explode? It's something ignited. Nope. You didn't need a lot of oxygen there. This telescope right now that we're using is the Celestron 11-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain screen. Hey, Child, you're back, aren't you? Weren't you here before? Yeah, this is live and real. Hey, Agizum. Hopefully I said that right. How's it going? Hey, you're welcome, Jason. Absolutely. Oh, the chat doesn't move. Oh, no way. So it is like in the way, huh? Is it more the Saturn isn't aligned for a face view of the rings? Yep, so as it orbits around, some points we get this edge-on view, which we're in right now. This is basically the edge-on view of Saturn. In about 7 years, though, we'll see the maximum of the rings that we can see here from Earth, but it'll get a little bit better over time, then it'll start to come back to the edge-on view, and then so on. EU from Romania, hey, welcome in. Glad to see you. Ah, okay, yeah, I got you. I'm Kansas City, over by Kansas City, Missouri. That's probably true. Oh, you're in Ohio? Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Not too far from us. We always have jokes on Ohio, of course. Ohio don't exist. That's where the aliens are. That's always fun. Are you in Springfield? Okay. 417 area. Gotcha. Down in Texas. Nice. Texas is a really beautiful country. I enjoy going down to Texas. What's up, Dark Map? How you doing, bud? I need to see a doctor immediately. That's probably true. They are. Jason. That's so funny, man. So funny. Yeah, that's super funny. And again, if you are new here, right now we're looking at Saturn through an 11-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope. This telescope's a telescope from Celestron. The company Celestron's a really wonderful telescope. We use a EQ6R Pro mount here at the observatory to be able to track the object. So the way that this works is the mount itself is an electronic mount, a go-to type mount. And once you get to an object, it'll follow its right extension through the sky, so we can continuously maintain this tracking of Saturn like what we have here. Greece, hey, welcome in. How you doing? How's everything going? Got New Zealand in the house as well. Glad to have y'all. Do you have any questions about astronomy, whether this planet we're looking at or whatever? Just feel free to ask as well. I really love answering questions. I think answering questions is a lot of fun. Yeah, we're definitely all around the world tonight. We are. Another one from New Zealand. Look at that. How's the skies over there, Oliver? I bet you guys got a lot of clouds tonight, huh? Ain't hard to guess because they're in New Zealand. 90% of the time you'll be right if you guess that they have clouds. They're really edge on, so like the rings are really, really thin. You can see how like crazy they look. They're like super thin right now. How do you view Saturn? Is it near a constellation? So yes and yes. I mean, we're viewing Saturn through a telescope. Are you asking like where it's located in the sky? For me, like it's in my east southeast right now, but it'd be near the constellation Pisces. You wish you can go to New Zealand? I bet New Zealand would be very beautiful. Yeah, location. Okay, I got you. It's east southeast. Do you estimate any time you will be able to see Three-Eye Atlas in the end of October? From the observatory here, it'll be the end of October. With Washington's always overcast in Ohio. That's not true. You guys actually had really nice skies back in April last year during the total solar eclipse. Yeah, New Zealand has very beautiful cities. I bet it does. I bet it does. What do you do after you find planets? Do you track it or something? Yep, the telescope just tracks it across the sky for us with the right ascension. Where's Hame? Hame's actually pretty cool to try to capture. Hame's really cool to capture. That was one. Yeah, you guys had clear skies, huh? I was down in Arkansas for that one. Mount Hope, Arkansas. Looks like an olive, kind of does. That's kind of that type of view. You can see, let's see if the clouds kind of thinned out just a bit there. I can see Titan up on the top there. Titan's the one on the top left side of Saturn here. I don't quite see the others here though. I've seen a few other moons here on the bottom side, but there's like really thin clouds pushing through, really wispy clouds. Pluto, it's probably behind trees. We got to take a lot of photos to capture Pluto when we got these type of clouds. Yeah, it's already behind trees already for me too. Pluto's already behind the trees. Probably if we were like an hour earlier, then we'd be able to go capture Pluto. Where's Saturn's moon? We'd have to turn up the brightness. There's really thin clouds. Let me show you the all-sky camera right above the observatory here. So this is a camera that points up from the observatory, and look where the telescope's at on the bottom. You can see it shows telescope, and you got Saturn and Neptune there, and you see these wispy clouds, these cirrus clouds trying to push in on us. Hey Curtis from Australia, welcome in, bud. NVIDIA a laptop in cam to stream this. What exactly do you mean? Not too sure what you mean there. Wish you had one? Like wish I as in you? Always cool to see Titan like that though. Yeah, it is. It really is. It really is. Really is cool. Can you point the moon? It's not up yet. Not up where I can see it. Not up above the horizon yet. The moon's really beautiful though. We get really good views of the moon through the telescopes here for sure. Get really beautiful views of the moon. Tonight's mostly going to be a focus on Saturn for the most part. It's going to depend on how thick these clouds come in. As long as we don't get any rain or anything and we can kind of see Saturn, we'll hang out with Saturn. Right next to Saturn's Neptune, but Neptune's much harder to capture. If it gets you get those really thin clouds coming through, Neptune's a much more dim target to go for. So it's a little bit harder to see. Oh, you're encoding? I got a NVIDIA. It has an NVIDIA on my computer. About how much was your setup? This is pretty expensive. This one's I think the telescope, you're probably looking at about 6,000, 7,000 for like just the telescope and the mount itself. It can get up there in cost. You see Cassini, you've seen this Cassini flyby of all the moons. It's amazing. Cassini did some amazing work. Like I really wish that we had another mission out there just like Cassini. Like just do it again. I would be okay with it. Sarah's saying up where I can see it yet. The beautiful dog star. Orion, it don't come up until early morning hours. It's only 12:46 a.m. for me. Yeah, if we could redo Cassini, though, I'd be all about it. I'd be all about doing another Cassini mission. Yeah, it's a very beautiful one. 3i is not above the horizon where I can get to it. It's going to be like at the end of October before we can start to see it again. Bitrate, I think about 6,000. I think I have it set at 6,000 on Steam Wraps. I'm pretty sure 6,000. Is it hard to see Saturn right now? Neptune, we'll probably do a little bit of Neptune as well. I gotta wait for these clouds to kind of push through. Then we'll be able to hit Neptune. Neptune's really beautiful. It's just a blue dot. Like, obviously, Saturn's massive, quite a bit larger, and it's much closer to us, where Neptune's going to be a blue dot, but we get to see just how beautiful blue Neptune actually is. And I think that's one of the most inspiring things about looking at Neptune is just getting to see the color from it. I think it makes it more majestic. Where's the Atlas? It's below the horizon for me already. It's already below the horizon. Like how Saturn's on its axis. Yeah, and it depends on the camera setup, but this is our view. This would be the camera setup in its plane, so this is about what we would see. Even if you look through like an eyepiece, this is what you'd see of Saturn. Some nights I'll set up the camera on the telescope where it's up and down compared to the actual OTA or the telescope optics itself, and some nights I'll actually set it up so we're it's basically parallel to the object we're looking at, which is what we're looking at. Why is it so wide? It's the brightness right now. You wish you could live in a Jupiter storm. That'd be pretty wild, man. The winds are crazy up there and it's just insane. Just AFK Saturn. And like, what does that mean? I'm not too sure what you mean. When you see Jupiter, can you see the red spot in definition? We can. Yeah, absolutely. The red spot comes in really well with this telescope. And again, we have really thin clouds right now, so we're not going to get the best view. Right here, you can actually see it. See how it's kind of like dimming out, and there's some really kind of thicker clouds, actually. Now that I mention it, let me get some more brightness. So there's going to be times that that's going to happen, and some of the clouds come through, and I'll have to try to push it up a little bit so we get a little better view. And you can see how the clouds are coming through right there. See if I can kind of move the other camera a little bit. I can't even see stars very well now on the bottom camera. So this is what happens when clouds come through, of course. What's your favorite planet to look at? Jupiter and Venus. Jupiter and Venus kind of really have a catch my eyes for sure. They definitely do. Hey, what's up, Scott? How you doing, bud? You're in PA, and Jupiter and the moon is just above the horizon to the east. Yep. I'm over in Kansas City. It's still going to be a little while, and then once it comes up over the horizon, then we got to wait for it to come up into this the area where we can see it from the observatory itself. Plus we got some trees. I mean, throw up the all sky and you guys can see what it looks like here right above me as well. So when we look at the all sky here from the observatory, now you can see where all the clouds are, where the telescope's pointing, but this is roughly the area where we can see from the observatory. What's camera settings on for this quality? I don't know. It comes through USB, HDMI to UHB. What time of the year can you see Jupiter? For the most part, you get decent views of Jupiter about 8 months. And so this year, the best time to see it's going to be December through February. That'll be the best time this year, though. Saturn or J1407B. This is Saturn. If we were looking at J1407B like that, it'd be pretty crazy. The telescope is the C11. We're using C11 currently. Let me get out of the all sky view for you guys. See, yeah, it is dark right now. Let's see if I can get any more light at all. Yeah, I can't even get it to come in. It's really thick clouds there right now. Let's see here. We could either hit a star or just wait for these clouds to kind of thin up. Come by in December again. But Saturn's awesome for now. Yeah, dude, it is. Like, I honestly think Jupiter is stunning. Like, Jupiter is so beautiful. Can you imagine being the first to see a planet? It'd be crazy. It would definitely be crazy. It would definitely be crazy. We would see rings on Earth if we replaced it with Saturn. Oh man, it'd be insane. Yeah, you wouldn't even need a telescope. Why do you think Saturn's rings are so much more visible than the other rings? Because it's mostly ice and some dust in there. That ice is really, really reflective of light. Finally here. Well, Jenny, no way. No, don't say sorry though. Jenny, what's up? You're looking at lights through water? I mean, we're looking at planets through an atmosphere. That's something that helps you any. I don't know if that helps you any or not, but I mean, literally, they're planets through an atmosphere. Is it true that we will collide with Andromeda or something like that? There's roughly a 50-50 chance that we'll collide with Andromeda. Roughly 50-50. Jenny, we just got hit with some clouds. It just hit us. Wait, thought I was going. There it is. That's what we're seeing right now. You can see it clears up here quickly, though. So just as soon as those clouds push through, we'll be good. We'll be good again. Occult and spiritual significance of Saturn. So there can be a lot. Obviously, planets and moons obviously have a lot of spiritual references behind them. But the one thing I don't talk about religion or politics. I think the best thing to do is to make sure that it maintains welcoming for everybody. And that's kind of what I usually run as a policy. You're in St. Louis. Oh, yeah, you're on the other side of the state. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just because I came in. Nah, it got cloudy just a second ago. No, we won't be hit by hypothesis. It won't hit us. See a regular star far away. Show me the planet. What do you mean, Jordan? I'm not too sure what you mean. Are you interested in buying any of my used roses? What kind of roses? And why do you have used roses? How do you have used roses? Saturn Revenge and J1407B. Oh my goodness. Nada, what's up? How you doing, Nada? I see Nada as well. Guys, it's going to take just a bit longer here. We're waiting for the clouds to clear up. Saturn is here, roughly where we're pointing the telescope. You can see on the bottom here, there's some stars starting to show up just a little bit lower. Or, sorry, yeah, just a little bit lower than where we're actually pointing. So it shouldn't be too much longer. We'll be able to start seeing Saturn again. Here's a telescope that we're using, by the way. It's going to be a C11 telescope. Hi, Lisa. How you doing? Not Flower. Oh, I'm not too sure. I forced Roman to go live. Bradley did. Brad actually forced me to go live. He said, look, you got to get on here. You're going to go live. Something to keep me up. And I said, dude, fine. And so here we are. That's kind of how that went tonight. What happened to Saturn? We're waiting for the clouds to come through. And it's about there. You can start to see a lot more stars showing up. So, and we're pointing south. The clouds for me right now are going from south to north. Charleston, South Carolina. What's up? How you doing, Michelle? Glad to have you. Glad to have you. We got some amazing people in here for sure tonight. Super excited to have y'all. We got Jenny the Bomb Diggity too. And we got Astro Woman Nada. And we got this guy named Bradley, obviously. And Bradley's awesome. Gotta love Bradley. Really good dude. But we'll get the view of Saturn here in a minute. It should be coming back here quickly. Actually, I'm seeing something now. Oh, there comes Saturn. I'm seeing Saturn come back through. It'll be a little bit grainy until we pull down some of the gain, and then we'll get that better view again once the clouds push through. Can you see the ISS? If it was flying over, we'd be able to capture it. If it was flying over, we'd be able to capture it. What's going on here? Hanging out Saturn. We're hanging out Saturn once the clouds push through. Then we'll have really cool views, of course. I appreciate that, Brad. Thanks, man. Good job. But yeah, I did set up I did set something up so we can actually track the ISS. So that's going to be something fun coming up. We just need a night when the ISS is actually flying over. And we'll actually capture it. And they're in an astronomical event coming up soon where Titan passes in front of center. Yeah, actually it is. And the next time that happens is like quite a ways away. I can't remember exactly how many years, but we do have another transit of Titan in front of Saturn, which we won't see again. I can't remember if it's like 7 years from now. You both jumped on that one? Yeah. Yeah, I did. No telescope, no telescope, but love to look up and wonder, hey, do you got a pair of binoculars? Yeah, Voyager 1 in the Kuiper belt. Yeah. Absolutely. He beat you to it. It's because you haven't been practicing lately. Out of practice. Do satellites mess up your view of this guy? No, not really. Honestly, they don't. If you're doing astrophotography, they can be a little bit more annoying in a huge sense, but not really. Hi, Andrew. How you doing, bud? Thanks. Crush, I appreciate you, bud. I appreciate that. I was paying attention for once. Dude, that never happens, does it? That never happens. Let's see if we can look at the all sky real quick. Let's see what the clouds are looking like. Yeah, it looks like it thins out though. The clouds are going to be moving basically from the bottom of the view here up to the top. As long as we don't get rained on, we're in good shape. We should be in good shape. What is your favorite planet? Yours is Neptune. So mine, obviously, our planet Earth. Beside that, like, it would have to be. I enjoy looking at Jupiter and Venus. Jupiter and Venus are really beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Saturn is AFK for a moment. Yeah, it's definitely AFK for a moment. He'll be back with us here shortly, though. This is just part of it. This is part of doing astronomy. So if you get you a telescope, you'll have to live with this right here. It happens. But there wasn't so much light pollution in Vancouver. I wish there wasn't much light pollution on our planet. I think that if everybody was able to go outside, just look up and see the Milky Way, like that would be like my wish for everyone. Yeah, you always got to pay the cloud tax. That's true. Yeah, absolutely, that's true. You like Mars because it's easy to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think Mars is really beautiful, especially when we get the views every other year, which we're going to be coming up the next time we see Mars. So next year, it's going to be really gorgeous. It'll be much closer to us than what this past year was, and get to see like the ice caps and stuff. It's just really gorgeous. We'll be getting to see that this year. And based on their look, no, most of it came back to like a Roman gods, for example. You just like our planet. You try to jump off it, but it always draws me back. At least the planet loves you, though. Wish we had a national dark day where every light in the city got out for a couple of hours at night. Yes, I would 100% like support this idea. Same reason I go up to the mountains when I can to see more stars. You miss out on a lot of the city. Dude, I agree. Yeah. I think if anybody has a chance to even just one night, just go out 5-10 miles away from town or whatever and just look up and truly just enjoy what you see up there. It's a bucket list item. Head way up north and see it. Yeah, just go to Australia out past Gympie in Queensland. You can see the Milky Way. I love that. That's super awesome. If we didn't have all the clouds and stuff, then this captured the Milky Way pretty well, but right now it's going to mostly focus the brightness based off of the clouds that are coming through, unfortunately. Hey, I see Saturn. Let's see if we can pull. Oh, you can see two of the moons right there on the bottom. See two moons right here on the bottom. Then you'll see Titan on the top left. Titan's the second largest moon in our solar system. I would have to pull up what those other two moons are. Let me see if I can pull it up on the Cartridge do Seal here. See if I can get the solar system information. There we go. Saturn. It looks like Enceladus is really close to the rings. Mimas and Rhea are behind. So we're going to have Theia and Dione. So it's going to be Dione and Theia out there. Sorry, Dione and Tethys. My bad, not Theia. Dione and Tethys. Oh, Jenny already got it for me too. Look at how fast she is. Come on, Brad. You should have had that, man. I've seen the Milky Way once. Dude, you took a beautiful photo of the Milky Way. You can see my house from there. You live up on Saturn, dude? You wouldn't want to live on Saturn. It's just a big old gas plant. You just sink in. You sink in towards its core. Go 40 miles out. 40 miles out to what? Oh, out of the city. I would agree with that, too. The further you can get out from lights, the better off it'll be. You live in a dark area, but the school is a block away, and they leave the parking lot lights on 27, 365. Small river town. Dang it. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Thank you so much. Oh, so glad to have you here. Definitely glad to have you here. I'm here and on it. I told you I'm here and on it. And then B, Bradley just has more practice, so he was able to get the other one. I got you. Is this real? Yeah, this is a live view of Saturn right now. Jenny will always be faster than you. It's just because your battery's always never charged up enough, bro. If you charge up your battery, your phone will actually react to you a little quicker. Or respond quicker, I guess, would be the better way to say it. See if I can pull out some of the light. Wow, it's still bright, ain't it? That's kind of a cool view there. You guys like that view? Still see Saturn, still see Titan up there. Really cool. There's 274 moons around Saturn, by the way. Now the two on the bottom were Dione and Tethys. Rhea and Enceladus were behind. And Rhea. Did I say that already? Maybe. Enceladus, Rhea, We're both behind the rings. What if each planet had different beings in different dimensions, and then they'd have different beings in different dimensions, but we only know 4 dimensions, so. Hi, Shark. How's it going? Where are we from? Kansas City. We're over by Kansas City. Oh, you're on your laptop, Jenny? Smart. Really smart. Really smart. I think it's easier to control YouTube from the computer than it is from a phone. I don't know why. Get a new phone soon, too. Dude, nice, man. Super cool. What phone you gotta go for? Why don't you focus and show the ships going in and out? What ship's going in and out? Wait, what? I mean, we're pretty well focused, so anything that was at that distance would be in focus. What kind of telescope do you use to see Saturn? And can you see Jupiter? Yes. We can definitely see any planet in our solar system with this telescope. Let's say 11-inch Schmidt catch grain. It's a Celestron 11. C11. Getting the iPhone 17, dude. I love it. That's awesome, man. It's made for the computer platform. Yeah, 100%. Favorite constellation? You like the Big Dipper? Ooh, my favorite constellation. I always say Orion, but then I get in trouble because apparently I'm supposed to say something about dolphins or something. I don't know. I get in trouble when I say Orion, but apparently I'm supposed to like this other constellation that looks like a dolphin. I don't get it. I can't think of the name. Delphinius or something like that. Yeah, Delphinius. There we go. You like Cygnus? Cygnus is beautiful. I do like Cygnus. Is your telescope expensive? It's not cheap. Definitely not cheap. 120 of the moons were discovered just recently. Yeah, using Deep Sky. Dude, ain't it crazy? From also from James Webb Space Telescope. Yeah, Orion Belt definitely has to be the one that goes for me. Betelgeuse's not high enough for me to get to yet. Just not high enough. It doesn't work on me. What doesn't work on you? I'm not too sure. What do you mean doesn't work on you? The moon seems to be far away from Jupiter. Saturn. We're looking at Saturn. Yeah. Titan's pretty far out there right now. It's pretty dang far away. It's pretty far away. Dang, Connor just got smacked. Man. Oh yeah, I see why too. Oh my goodness, why would people say stuff like that, dude? That's crazy. How can you think about the sun expiring? How can you think about the sun expiring? I mean, I don't think about the sun expiring in its sense, of course. I think there's a lot more things that we can focus on than the sun becoming a red giant, eventually puffing out its atmosphere and turning into a dwarf white star. Can you see the one of the rovers on Mars? No way. You'd have to have a really massive telescope to be able to see something like a rover on the surface of Mars. I can't see Betelgeuse yet. Betelgeuse is not where we can see currently. I'm in Kansas City. Orion, the constellation Orion itself hasn't even came up over the horizon yet. Little dot way up near the, so that's going to be Titan. Titan's up on the top. The moon Titan. This is my first time reporting. Oh, I got you. Yeah. I'm not too sure what they do with those kind of reports, to be honest. The red giant. Which red giant? Stephen 218. I can't. Not from this view here. We can't see Stephen 218. Can you see the next star like Sirius? Sirius is not up where we can see. It's not the closest star, obviously. Proxima is. Proxima. Proxima star system would be the closest ones to us. But Sirius itself is a really beautiful star. It's called the dog star, and it's not up to the point where we can see it. Orion's not up, so we don't get to see it. Orion's your favorite constellation. How to make a tin can for? I mean, when I was in 5th grade, Steve, dude, no way, man. That's crazy cool. That is really cool. Or is this your personal? This is my personal setup right here. Or somewhere you need a lens at least 50 foot wide to even see the flag. You need something like a half mile wide to see like a flag. When you do angular, do you do astrophotography? Some. I do a little bit. Anything around nearby? Exactly what you mean. Any other objects you mean? Not sure exactly what you mean there, bud. Alright, let me come down here real quick. There we go. It's looks like it gets a little bit cloudy again. Can you guys see the clouds? I don't see very many stars down here. Actually, it looks like clouds. There's some trees right here. If anybody wonders what trees look like. If you want to see Earth, there's a little bit of Earth on the bottom there. Come back around real quick. Yeah, Looks like it's going to get a little cloudy again on us. Is Mars in the correct position to see it tonight? It's an object that sets in the evening now. So after the sun sets, Mars sets. We're outside of Mars season now. Next year. Your telescope so white in Saturn. Yeah, it's just because of how much brightness we're getting currently. Let's see if I can pull some of that brightness out before the clouds come through. You can start to make out like the striation on Saturn even right there. Find Starlink satellites. There's so many of them. Like there's over 8,000 of them now above us. This is crazy. It is really crazy. Yeah, the clouds are getting ready to get all bad, y'all. Let me throw on the off sky camera. You guys can see. Oh, and there's some wind too, but look at that. Clouds are going to push in on us again. Why is the wind blowing so hard right now? There it goes. It's gone. I think Dobbs. What's up, Dobbs? How you doing? Sirius is really cool. Is it in my view? It comes in the view, but I'm not sure if it's there just yet. Let me see. Yeah, it's there. We'd have to put on a different camera though to capture Sirius. Sirius is really hard to capture. It's the closest dwarf planet that we have to us, obviously. But yeah, you ain't live. Okay, cool. Bro, I got to do a geometry assessment right now. Whoa, no way. Once saw like 80 of the Starlinks in a row moving. It was cool. AF to see. Dude, that's crazy cool. Is that the closest you can get on a night like tonight when we got the clouds up? Yeah, it's not that easy to like zoom in, then you get all the clouds and it's all distorted. It's just tough to do. We know Orion and the moon. Oh, okay, I got you. You got clear skies at least. That's awesome. But looking back at Earth from Saturn is striking too. I'm sure it would be, absolutely. I mean, obviously we would look like a small dot compared to what we see Saturn. Saturn's super massive compared to us, but yeah, absolutely. Where's the Chinese space station Tiangong? I'm not too sure. I normally don't track Tiangong. Wonder if there's anything out there peering back, like on Saturn, no, but out in the cosmos, yeah. I would imagine so. Let me bring in some more light. Now the clouds are kind of pushing through. We got to maintain the lightness here. Yeah. This is your house, nice, dude. Watched a documentary on the Chinese space station last night. Oh, no way. What do you remember the name or no? Look for Sirius in back Saturn. Sirius is a fairly faint target to go for. It's a really faint target to go for. Hey, you want to download a game solar system scope? I don't know if I've actually heard of that one. It's a pretty cool game. Yo, dude, we're watching you. There you go. We're watching you, bro. All right, there we go. Looks like the clouds got us a little bit here. Let's see if I can get this any kind of brightness. Nope. So we're going to be having to wait for just a minute again. Hopefully it pushes right through. Get the chills when I look up at the night sky. I can get that. Like I have my own personal thoughts, obviously, when I look up at the night sky. I think it can have a lot of meanings to a lot of to people in different ways, right? What's the planet you can see the closest with the most details? I think is what you mean to say there, but the planet with the most details, in my opinion, is Jupiter. I think Jupiter comes in just because of how massive and it's a little bit closer, obviously, than Saturn. Mars is really small, even though a little bit closer. Venus is hard to see because of the atmosphere. I think Jupiter wins when it comes to details. I think Snapping Turtle, I appreciate you. Honestly, thank you. Thank you for that. Be rising soon, or has it already passed? It'll be rising soon. It'll be rising soon, but I'm thinking it's going to be clouding us out, though, before we even got close to there. See, Tom 101. Yeah, not in our galaxy. Tom 101 is massive, though. What moon is that I can see? Only Saturn. If you're seeing a moon by Saturn, then you're probably most likely seeing Titan. You're probably looking at Titan. Yeah, Venus is really beautiful. I really like Venus just because of the planetary phase of views that we get. Every planet we get a little bit of phase with, from our perspective, how we view stuff, for example. So like Venus and Mercury, we get to see a lot of what we call planetary phases, similar to like when we're looking at the moon, it goes through its phases. But obviously all the other planets, there's like a little bit of phase, like up to like 2 degrees or so. How detailed can you see the moon? Depends on the night, but pretty well, really well. We can see pretty much down to the crater points. Probably within probably a 300-mile radius. If we have a super clear night, we can get a really nice view. Snapping turtle speaks the truth. I appreciate it, Nate. Thanks. I appreciate that. If it reversed, we were on Saturn looking at Earth. It'd be just paraphrase, of course. Yeah. I mean, we'd be much smaller, obviously. Saturn's a massive, massive object compared to our planet. Really massive. You can put 700 or whatever to 700, whatever the number is, of our planets inside of Saturn. It's massive. Ohluma. What is Ohluma? I'm not too sure where Ohluma asteroids are. I'd have to look that one up. I think it would probably look like Titan does here. Yeah, we'd be a little bit bigger than, just a little bit bigger. I mean, it'd be a little bit bigger. We'd be a little bit more reflective than Titan. Titan does have a really thick atmosphere, but our atmosphere would be very reflective though. Will we ever be able to see the flags planted on the moon in more advanced telescopes, or is it just too small? So, not from Earth, because the atmosphere is always going to win here on our planet. We get way too much turbulence in the sky, so trying to see something like 5 foot, 3 foot by 5 foot would be insane. But if you ever do, hey, Sipel, hey, how's it going? Of course, yeah, we got a little bit of. If you do want to see like with the flags and some other stuff, you can look up. Oh, here it comes a little bit. You can look up China, India, Japan, Russia all took photographs of like objects on the moon, plus the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. I think I got most of that. Can your telescope be able to see Neptune? Yeah, we can see Neptune if we didn't have the clouds here. Hey, Chris, what's up, bud? If you look up the last picture, Cassini, Earth looks like a bright star. Yeah, it does. It really does. Might be seeing Titan and Rhea moons. On the bottom, you would be seeing, let me make sure again, just to verify. I had it pulled up just a minute ago, too. It's right here. Let me pull it over here. You were seeing Dione and Tethys. Rhea and Claudius are all behind Saturn currently. And Mimas. It's also behind Saturn. Picture from 50 kilometers up. Yeah, it takes really high def photos. Really beautiful. I can't see Atlas, can you? Not currently. End of October, we'll be able to. Yeah, Saturn tried to escape the clouds, and then the cloud said nope. Where's James Webb? It should have L3, or it should have left. So James Webb's about 1 million miles away. It's roughly about 1 million miles away. A Sky and Telescope website. So yeah, it is absolutely yeah. It's a safe. It's a really good website too. Wonderful website. It's safe. It's skyandtelescope.org. You think Atlas is an alien? I do not. I think it's a comet. Let us know when you find a UFO. It'd be pretty fun. I mean, I seen an airplane go by earlier. At first, I didn't recognize it, so it was a UFO. But then I said, dang, it has flashing lights and looks like an airplane. So, and the answer was it was an airplane. I tried, man. I tried. Can you see the moon very clearly since it's closer? Yeah, a lot better than that. Yeah, absolutely. Let me look at the, it's going to clear out a little bit here. It'll clear out just a bit here in a second. Let me pull up the all-sky camera again. You can see, we can start to see some of the stars and stuff right there. And the clouds are coming from like the bottom up in our view here, so we'll get a little bit of clearing. Would you go into space if you had the opportunity? We are in space right now. We're in space riding this massive rocket ship called Earth. A big old rocket ship. So propulsion coming from the back in every 15 minutes apparently. Now, you got to look at the light curves and stuff. It does have a weird curve, but it's interstellar, so you'd expect to see a difference in it, but there's no, like, you're not going to see it that close up to see anything like that. Nobody see the far side. Yep, the far side, back side. China. No, Russia is the first one to actually see it. Russia was the first one to take the first photos of the far side back in the 1950s. Yeah, we're just holding on to our rockets and we fly through space. 100%, exactly what we do. 100% correct. Looks like we should see Saturn here quickly. I'm starting to see stars right there. So we should see Saturn here quickly. This isn't a short. I want a refund. Okay, I'll make it a long. My bad. My bad, Gray. Sorry, dude. I gotta talk to YouTube for you, man. That's pretty funny. Here in a second, though, you're going to get to see Saturn, so that'd be pretty cool. Does Saturn spin on its own axis? Yes. Everything does. Everything in the universe, as far as we know, rotates. Every single thing, even our moon. What time is it in your time zone? It's 1:16 a.m. Central Time. Hey, Hank Xavier, what's up, man? How you doing? I see you. Welcome back, bud. Welcome back. I haven't seen Sibel in the house. How are you doing, Sibel? So glad to see you this morning. It's been a minute. All right, let me get us some brightness, though. I can see it there, but can we get it bright enough? You kind of see Saturn try to push through the clouds, so it's going to get bright pretty quick. In the same time zone, nice. Oumuamua. It is long gone. It is long gone. What's a good starter telescope? One that you'll use, to be honest. Binoculars. Maybe even think about like a tabletop Dobsonian. Tabletop Dobsonians are pretty nice. Saw a dark red and blood moon. That was. Oh, you got to see it last week. That's so cool. Are you ever able to see Andromeda? Yeah, we can do Andromeda. It's good to see you, Isabel. Definitely glad to see you. Definitely glad to see you. Alright, see if we can pull out a little bit of brightness. That's pretty crazy bright. You see Titan up there still. You gotta see Titan, okay? You can almost see the moons on the bottom again. Bring in a little bit more light and you start to make out the two moons right below as well. Ray, I don't get into it, man. I think that gets into a position is you create like an argument it's not worth. I think it's amazing that people have beliefs, and I think those beliefs should be a personal thing. It's not for something like this, not a stream like this. Oh, it's Travis. It just depends on how I set up my cameras. Like if I go out there and turn my camera, then it'll spin Saturn basically. The other moon, there's no moon up next near Titan. Titan's the moon up on the top side, top left side. Let me see if I can pull it back up here. See if I can get the moons again. It keeps wanting to drop on me. View solar system info. Maybe if I can get it. Anyways, Tethys. I think it was Tethys and was it Dione or no? This is Saturn. Yep, we're hanging out Saturn. Best telescope for high resolutions. Wow. Like I really like the resolution coming out of like. Okay, there you go, Dione and Tethys. I like the resolution that comes out of the Edge HD telescopes from Celestron. To be honest, I think they're really cool. Make sure I'm getting everything here. What's up, Skies Can't Sleep? Hey, what's up? How's it going, Michael? On here again. Glad to have you back, bud. Definitely glad to have you back. Hopefully I got everything up there. Okay. Called by AI, and it said it was possibly Tethys and Dione. Yep, Dione and Tethys down there. Yeah, Neptune's really close. It depends on the, let's see if I can even do it. We could try. It all depends on the clouds, though. Clouds makes Neptune's really hard to see. Let's go see if we can see it real quick. See if it comes in or not. Let me look at the camera. Ugh. I'm not seeing a blue dot anywhere. I'll turn up the brightness as much as I can too. I'm not seeing a blue dot anywhere. Let me check Saturn. Let's make sure we're centered up properly though. We should be. Let's go back to Saturn real quick. Oh, I just seen something too. That might have been it on the top. Let me try it again. Did you see something on the top right before I swung away or no? Thought I'd seen something at first. Let me speed up the controls. Pull us down just a bit. I don't see it right now. Oh, there it is right there. I see it. It's right at the top. Really hard to see right now though. The clouds make this really hard to do when it comes to like Neptune. You can kind of see it there. Jumping through. Then there's a star coming in on the top. Kind of see it. Looks like Neptune because it has a upside ring. Oh, I got what you mean. Yeah, it's there. Neptune. But you can see it's really hard to observe when it's got these type of clouds. Cirrus clouds make it really hard to see these blue objects like Neptune and Uranus. Really, really hard. Saturn's much, much brighter, so it's easy to pick them up, as we'll see right here when we get back to Saturn. See, it comes in a lot easier. Pull back in the center, and then here comes some clouds, it looks like. It's going to try to pull our view for a minute. Bunch of satellites stringed in a row. I got you. Those are going to be Starlink satellite trains. Thanks, Dobbs. Appreciate that. Have you shown Jupiter? A couple nights ago, we were able to Jupiter. Not tonight, though. It's not up to where we can see it currently. Just think the ISS would be cool to see up close. It would be. I would agree. Absolutely. It would be very beautiful to see up close. Imagine walking on the ISS. That'd be super cool. Let's see if we can get rid of these clouds, though. These things are pretty persistent right now. Really persistent. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate that, brother. Is anything from Andromeda visible from Earth? Yeah, we can see Andromeda. We can see it really well. We can see the core, which is super, super massive, and then we can take photographs of Andromeda and actually capture Andromeda and see like the dust lanes and stuff. So Titan Dion, Tethys, another moon on the left top of Saturn. That's crazy cool. That's really awesome. Yeah, you wouldn't technically walk on the ISS. I'm just saying, like, it'd be cool to walk on the ISS, just to see everything. But, I mean, good point. You want to see the Earth from orbit at least once in my life. Yeah, that'd be really. Do you think Pluto should be considered a planet? Not really. Like, it don't. It's just like the definition of something doesn't mean as much to me as knowing that they're just objects, right? I think the things that really matter more of like what are the isotopics or what makes these objects up. Just need to be strapped out, right? Yeah. You have to be strapped in, right? 222 for you. Hi, Lisa. Hey, I appreciate you being here. Have an amazing night. Definitely have an amazing night. Never got to see Saturn in real life. Oh man, because I've always been asleep. I'm glad to have you here tonight. Yeah, the most beautiful things in the universe are very destructive. This is true. This is really true. Really true. Billy, I think you're trying to misquote what the actual verse says. Keep my Pluto name out of your mouth. I love it. Do you guys see the 4 moons? I see it. I only see 3 currently. I can only see 3 moons currently with our view. What's your opinion on the chance of life on other planets? I think it's very plausible. I think it's very plausible. I think simpler. Simple girl, I appreciate that. Glad to have you in here. How can I know if this is real? What I can do is I can go out and you can see the telescope here on the bottom right. Let me know if you're able to see the telescope, okay? This object right here. But what I can do is go tap it. When we're looking at Saturn, when it comes back through the clouds, I'll go out and tap Saturn, or tap the telescope. And plus you can see, like, that's a live view also on the bottom. The clouds coming through. You can see Saturn up here. Here's the all-sky camera. So this sets on top of the observatory blocking us where Saturn is, where it shows the telescope pointing. There's a lot of different ways I could show you that you're watching a live view. I just said it as it's written. What about mosquito? I must have missed something. I'm in Kansas City. I'm located over by Kansas City. You're in the Grand Canyon. No way. That's really beautiful. Yeah, you definitely get to see the Milky Way out there for sure. Is it true they can view every planet in our solar system? Yeah, absolutely. We can view all of them. We can view all of our planets. It's another strong telescope that you can see outside the Milky Way. I mean, it's what James Webb is. James Webb does a really good job. Obviously, look outside the Milky Way itself, but James Webb is built to view light at a distance that we've never seen before, beyond the observable universe, anyways. Cannot even see the bright stars sometimes. I see Jupiter before dawn. Oh, okay, I got you. Too much light there. Try to get Mars, or is it not? It's not up in the sky currently. Do you consider Pluto a planet? It's a dwarf planet. It is considered a dwarf planet in the minor planet definition. You have a lot of light blinding. You need to get out of the city. Yeah, I get that. Yep, James Webb Space Telescope is infrared. Yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful though. It does a great job. You're in Idaho, so it's like 12:25 right now. I got you. It's 1:25 for me here. I got no clue what that is. Yeah, I got no clue why we're even talking about the number 67, but okay. What's happening to say for? Hey, I got you. Yeah, have a good night, Sibel. Have an amazing night. Hey, what's up, Diego? Good, man. We just got some clouds, so we're Fighting with the clouds, obviously, but hanging out. I think the conversation's going great, though. Really good conversation. My PFP is an edited picture of the moon that I took. Dude, that's awesome. That's super cool. Thanks, Nate, dude. No way, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for the kind words there. Gonna go out and look at some constellations right now. That's really cool. Hopefully you get one. Absolutely. I hope you get a really good, awesome telescope that works out the way you would expect it to. What? Dark energy is pretty wild. Exoplanets are really awesome. I think exoplanets are very interesting to be able to study. Hire you to film my wedding on the moon? We wouldn't. But that is pretty funny. Michelle. Honestly, thank you. I'm so glad that you were able to jump on tonight and hang out with us. And then this week looks all bad. It looks like it's going to be raining almost every day this week, so I'm not sure what streaming is going to look like. But I do plan to try to stream here on YouTube every night as long as we got clear skies. You're fascinated with the pale blue dot? Me too, absolutely. We'll be outside with my telescope right now, but I have school tomorrow. Understandable. Hey, what's up, Sean? How's it going? You guys will see you are looking at creations but missing the creator. Billy, you're just making a reference and not knowing what anybody's... Is there a Tesla Roadster men in space? There's a Tesla in space. There's a Tesla in space. I guess I'm in the process of making plans to make a space aircraft carrier. Maybe. They very well probably try to make things that are beyond what one could even imagine, right? Hey, Sean, right now C11 telescope, Celestron 11-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain screen. You know, could I be your best man? I comically bound down to the house from the gravity. Oh my goodness. Scientists do come up with some wild stuff. I agree, man. I agree. Engineers, dude, though. Engineers are pretty wild. I truly enjoy looking at some of the things that engineers come up with, to be honest. Enliven sometime, can you point at Andromeda? Yeah, absolutely. Probably here quickly, we'll probably do a little bit more deep space stuff. So we'll be able to look at Saturn, Neptune, whatnot, even try to hit like Pluto, Uranus, so on. And then we'll do some like galaxy and nebulae as well. Do you think the Artemis submission will succeed? I think so. I think they will. I don't know about launch time because we know that anything that runs through any launch, whether that organization shall be, usually doesn't end up being efficient, right? So I definitely think we'll see it. Just when exactly will we see it? Do you have a UV filter lens? No, I don't. Not on the telescope. There's times that I'll throw it on there, but it's really hard to use a UV filter light and do some of the targets that we hit. But absolutely, Sanjay, we'll do some deep space here coming up. We'll get some really cool galaxy nebula stuff. You want to create a wormhole in our lifetime? It's going to be a tough one. I think that's going to be really tough. Absolutely. I think that's going to be really tough. Is living on the moon plausible? It's plausible. It's definitely plausible, especially when we talk about the... oh, here comes Saturn a little bit. It's definitely plausible when we talk about like the lava tubes, for example. That's probably going to be some of the best methods would be like living like the lava tubes. But I think it's very plausible. Gotta grab my drink real quick. Wormholes, yeah. He said wormholes. I don't know, because that I mean, obviously it's an interesting thought, thinking of traveling through a wormhole, right? But whether they exist or not, that's a whole different. Why can we see all 11 moons of Saturn? I can only see roughly 5. On a really good night, you can capture a 6th one. Tonight it's actually Bentha. I'm going for Bentha tonight. But Saturn itself has 274 moons in total. You quit your job at Area 51, they exist? Dude, I doubt you're even doing anything that you wish that you could be doing. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's no such thing as wormhole. Yeah, there's no evidence to show that they're out there. What's the coolest thing that you've ever seen? Honestly, planets. To me, I think planets are super awesome. Hyperion? What about the Hyperion? What it means about the inner core of Saturn? It's probably going to be like a molten core. It's very possible it's a molten core. Could be a solid core. I'm opening up my can of drink here. So it's a really tough question. We don't truly know what the core of Saturn would be. We truly don't know. Will we ever know? Probably take the best science and try to determine what we think it could be by doing different methods, right? But will we ever truly know what the core is? Probably not. We have the same elements, yeah. I mean, if you're saying carbon's the most abundant form in the cosmos itself, and we are made of carbon. Was able to see the eclipse of the sun last year in Texas. Dude, that's awesome, man. That's super awesome. The math for wormholes makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense, but observing it, we just don't see it. Don't you think it's kind of crazy how there's always humans in space? I mean, there wasn't always. I mean, technically, let's take it back. So humans are in space, like we are in space, but I'd assume you mean outer space. Should be able to see the flags on the moon. Nah, they can't. Like, I don't have that big of a telescope. Can your telescope see Mercury? It can. Saturn made us rethink of calculations after seeing it. Yeah, absolutely. When is Planet 9 going to come closest to Earth? We got to find Planet 9 first. Whether it exists or not, that's another question. Absolutely, Tracy. Yeah, absolutely. Glad to have you here. And here's a free telescope for you to check out, at least. Fuse atoms to make more stuff. Yeah, they do. Also, a partial eclipse of the moon in 1996 in Arkansas. We get to see another partial eclipse of the moon next year, March 3rd, if I remember right. Nibiru, Planet X, yeah. I think, Sean, appreciate you. Like that, we got the periodic table, yeah. Always knowing the sun is close to rising because of how notable Venus is. Yeah, in the period like right now, obviously. Like the fall period, we start to see the morning star, and then later on we'll see the evening star, of course. Speaking of Venus being either viewable in the evening or in the morning. I can't see 3i currently. Maybe at the end of October we'll be able to get it though. Would think if there's another carbon-based intelligent life in the universe, they would look like us. Maybe it's possible, but then it may not be possible. A lot of different variables there, right? Do you use Planet's finder motor installed in your telescope settings? No, I use a here in observatory. I use what's called Cartus du Ciel, which connects to the mount. Cartus du Ciel is the planetarium software I use, and the mount itself will just swing over, usually really close when I get to. Yeah, oh, absolutely, Billy. I would go with that too. You have a recommended app to find constellations? So I don't know that I would say recommended app, but Stellarium's really good. I really like Stellarium. Personally, I really like Stellarium. It's a good time to take a little drink here. It looks like it's getting ready to clear up where Saturn's at, so we should see here quickly. Here's the all-sky camera again. Looks like it's clearing up here on the south side. Here shortly, though. Should get a good view again. What time do I sleep? Depends. Depends on if you guys let me get off and sleep, or if my 7-year-old lets me sleep, or it gets pretty well. It's hard for you to wrap your head around stardust to functioning humans. I think so. I mean, the only thing I think there is just element based, right? People said a good telescope see the biggest star. People said a good telescope can see the biggest star, UY Scooty. I mean, you don't require a big telescope to see UY Scooty. We're technically in space because Earth's in space. That is true. Yeah, I think Stellarium's really good. I think you'll like it, Nate. Really good app. I don't know that I would say it's my recommendation, but it's one that I would suggest to at least look at. Stellar synthesis periodic table. Yeah. Yeah. No, I know what it is. I try not to go down the road of talking about too much of that stuff, though. It gets way beyond the idea of what we're actually looking at here, which is in Saturn. And just enjoying the views and talking about it. Here's Stellarium and Sky Portal. Stellarium, I think Stellarium's kind of the go-to for the most part for me as well. I think Stellarium's one that I probably use the most. See how much turbulence we have from the moisture when them clouds went through? And it's going to calm down a little bit here. There's a lot of turbulence that came through with those clouds. Quite a bit of turbulence. See if we can get this a little better again. Bring down some brightness, maybe a little bit of focus. Hocus pocus focus. Still pretty bright, ain't it? Alright. Your favorite planet, Saturn? Sweet. Do you think space is infinite? That's a good question. We don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say. There's a difference, I guess, between space and the cosmos, or our universe, right? So I would think that space itself is probably infinite. The universe probably is not. What planet do you want to see the most? Jupiter. I would love to take a trip to Jupiter for sure. Love to. Rest of the meeting all night. Oh, okay, I have less light. Building. I got you. That makes sense. Waiting for Betelgeuse to go. Me too. That'd be really cool. Saturn is really pretty. It really is. What's other things you could wish to be true? There's something we could create technology-wise. Like, I think, a better way to travel space for mankind, I think, would be more important. Luna's not up yet for me to be able to see. But I think, honestly, my thinking there would be to figure out how to achieve space travel that is efficient and safer. The human mind is infinite. The universe itself, not. We cannot cover. Yeah, I don't think the universe itself is infinite. Space itself, when we talk about like what's out on the outside of the universe, I'm going to consider that to be space, right? And so that could be infinite. But I don't think the universe is by any chance infinite. Whether there's multiverses, we'll never know either. That's one thing we'll never know. Zoom to Saturn. We are hanging out Saturn. Do you believe the universe is round or flat? That's a tough one. So it's not like to the point of flat, like it's like a 2D plane, if that makes sense. You believe in multiverse and aliens? Nice. Very nice. Space probably have many dimensions like multiverse. Yeah, I got you what you're saying though. Yeah, space is just full space. There you go. I mean, like it's not like a 2D, but we're not like a ball either, if that makes sense when we talk about the universe. To be able to predict the last day of existence. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Gonna terraform Mars? It'd be pretty tough to terraform Mars. Like if you're going to the whole extent of terraforming Mars, right? Like trying to figure out how to jumpstart its core, try to get the magnetic field going, try to get an atmosphere. It'd be really tough. Really, really tough. Chat just slowed down. What happened? 3i hitting Mars. Nah, it's going to be well outside, like 100 million miles away from. It won't hit it. About moon and light lensing. That place, if you really knew about moon and light lensing. What? What's the mess up, Melius? I'm not, like, I know what you mean by lensing. I'm not too sure what you're trying to say, though. ChatGPT thinks they're flat. Oh my goodness, that's horrible. That's a very weak magnosphere, yeah. Yeah, very weak. You really got to jumpstart it. It's a guy with a large sombrero riding a bicycle. Nice. If I knew the last day of existence, I would be terrified. Yeah, I would agree. I probably would be too. It's hot in Texas. I think the sun is drawing closer. Not really. I mean, we're actually getting a little bit further away from the sun. So it's not that the sun is getting closer itself. How long have you been space watcher? Since I was 8 years old. Got an 8-inch Dobsonian. That was fun. But a pain to move, I bet. Yeah. That's the thing about large telescopes. It's always something, right? Yep, hanging out Saturn tonight. Kansas City. Uranus ain't up where I can see it yet. It's still behind trees. Zoom in on dark matter, please, and thank you. I mean, you're seeing dark matter. We just don't see the dark matter. Do you think Saturn's losing its rings? It does lose its rings. There's two different things that happen, though. There's a process called ring rain, where the ring itself rains out of the rings and gets absorbed in Saturn. Then also we see moonlets that are forming inside the ring. Do you do this every night? We don't have clouds. We don't have clouds. Yep. Our sun orbit around. I always thought our sun was stationary. Oh, I got you. Makes sense. Yeah, it orbits around the galaxy. Hi, what's up, Tracy? How are you doing? Welcome in. Dark matter can be detected in the sense of math. Like we can observe its effect, but we can't grab it. We can't see it and stuff like that. Whereas IA, what IA? I'm not too sure what IA is. Yeah, the hexagon storm on the top of Saturn is really cool near the North Pole. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Tracy. I appreciate that. Do you think one day our solar system will look similar to the Halo games? I don't know anything about the Halo games. Never played them. Eventually, our solar system is going to look like a really cool, beautiful, what's called a planetary nebula, which is a bunch of gas, dust, basically spread out or visible from a nice distance. Just really gorgeous. You have to look up like a planetary nebula. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Saturn is stunningly beautiful. Can you guys see it okay? Is it bright enough? Looks like it's fading in and out from some of the clouds, but is it bright enough for y'all? We taught Big Bang Theory in school. Do you think that's exactly what it is, a theory? I mean, yeah, it's a scientific theory. Scientific theories are very hard to get to, but it is a scientific theory. It's not like theory in the thought like, oh, I have a theory, right? It's scientific theory is something that's been has a hypothesis, been tested rigorously. I mean, it's what we observe, though. Do you think NASA will discover life on Jupiter's moon, Europa? I think there's a 50-50 chance on it. Can you imagine UFOs watching us from their telescopes? It'd be pretty cool. Have you ever seen an alien? No. Only in chat, though. You got Jenny the Bomb Diggity. I think she's an alien. Jenny the Bomb Diggity, and somewhere is another person. If he's still here. I'll tell you if I see him. I'll let you know. We'll call out the alien immediately. His name's Brad, just so you know. But if he sees another one come through, I'll let you know. Europa Report is really good. Yeah, Europa. Oh, there it is. Bradley's right there. Two aliens, Jenny and Brad right there. If a plane flew across your view, would it block the entire screen? No, we will see it like trying to think of here. So we've had this. We would see it roughly, and this is going to depend obviously on its height, but trying to think, it's probably about like 6 or 7 Saturns wide. Last time I saw something so peaceful and calming watching what's out there. Dude, I agree. Kind of makes you realize how small we are. I agree 100%. I find a lot of peace in I really do. Well, we have rings from all the debris, like satellites and garbage. We already did. In that kind of sense, yeah, we're in space trash. We are all the aliens. There we go. What's up, man? Mario, what's up, buddy? I see you. Welcome back. Missile and a fighter jet. Yeah, I mean, UFOs don't imply aliens at all. Usually UFO implies secret, government secret stuff. That's what UFOs usually imply. Why does Saturn got rings? Mostly going to be like asteroids and comets got nearby, and even some of them that got nearby and got leaves behind all this really wild stuff, right? So mostly ice, a little bit of dust, and its magnetic field, its gravity, is what kind of keeps it in place, though. Depending on the big rock coming in between Mars and Earth, do you think it's going to be an alien? No, no. It appears to be a comet. It appears to be a comet, though the light signatures that come from it are a little different. It does appear to be a comet, though. Actually bounced off. Hellfire mess. I mean, hey, government can do stuff. News about 3i. It's just it looks to be like a comet. Its path, velocities, and everything appear to be a comet. Halo game is a first-person shooter. Yeah, I know what the Halo game is. I've just never actually played it, so I don't know what its graphics are like per se. It's from all kinds of stuff. Saturn's ring. It's not as old as you would imagine. Saturn's rings are. It could be a moon. It could have been asteroids, and it could have been a comet. If we could travel to those different galaxies, we would find other life form. But it's just so far away. Yeah, I get that. Chopper phone green. Green is not uncommon when you. Green's a fairly common color, though it usually comets don't keep up with the material needed to create that green color, though. Check out Star Citizen or Starfield. I've been told to play Star Citizen. I don't know. I like Tarkov though. Tarkov is kind of like my go-to. Saturn is beautiful. It's majestic. This is true. 100% true. Saturn's super majestic. It really is. Really is majestic. Let me see if looks like we're really clear now. There's a little bit of clouds right next to Saturn currently, but for the most part it's clear. Looks a lot better. You want a motorized telescope? Yeah, dude, I would recommend a motorized telescope over any other. Our plans to you watch it with your scope. We can do right now Saturn. We got this little bit of cloud going to push through right here real quick, and it looks like it's about done. The mid-hexagon wind. But Saturn's not normal. No, Saturn's pretty well. Saturn definitely won. Hexagon storm near the North Pole is really, really fascinating. Still not sure what to think about space because one of the fathers of modern rock, Jack Parsons, and he was the best friend, Ron Howard. What to do with his friend? I don't know. Not sure what to tell you. Has a great amount of planets, galaxies you can travel to in space. Yeah. Right now, Saturn does look white. It's really bright currently. It is really bright currently. Let's see if I can pull out some of the brightness. Now we don't have as much cloud coverage. There we go. That look a little better? Oh, go the right way though. There you go. Isn't the sun really green? The sun does peak higher in the green than it does any other color, but it's white light. Still white light, but it does peak higher in green though. Can we see Venus? Not right now. It's not up where I can see it. Didn't take you for the Tarkov kind of guy? Yeah, I like Tarkov. Tarkov's a lot of fun. Hey, what's up, Fog? How you doing, bud? Planets Mars? No. I mean, there's a lot going on Mars. There's a lot going on Mars. Have you been following the Parker Solar Probe? I think Parker Solar Probe is absolutely awesome. In about 1 million years, the rings of Saturn will be gone. Yeah, somewhere they'll be gone. The color blue is extremely hard to find and natural. Before you say anything, blueberries are purple. Nice. Oh, no way. That's super cool. That's really cool. No, I don't play anything like Roblox, no. Where are all these orbs in the sky? What? Tesla bots. There's no Tesla bots up on Mars. God, Jupiter's not up yet. Use a telescope. Because that's in Tarkov. Bro, I'll tell you what, man, the new 50 cal on there is a lot of, it's kind of like something I've been running. A lot of fun. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing, bud? Good evening. Have super rings, yeah. Yeah, like gas planets are, all the gas planets in our solar system have rings, so rings are really common. We used to have a ring. Mars will eventually have a ring. Once Phobos collides into Mars, it'll most likely have a ring. Why do you think Elon sends rockets? Who crash? You don't know, bro. Why do you think Elon sends rockets who crash? And then I don't even know what you're trying to say there. There's a lot going on in that just one sentence that I can't even make out, to be honest. Do you stream or just play? I just play. Is that the sun? So light being reflected off of Saturn, that would be the sunlight. See white lights flying above our home and the country every single night. Like satellites? I'll see you one day on the rings of Saturn. It'd be pretty fun, huh? It'd be a rocky, or like a really rough situation to try to go around it. It'd be pretty well. No? I don't know, man. They coming to get you, bro. I told you there's Tesla bots. There's no Tesla bots somewhere. Yo, what's up, Arcelano? Hopefully I said it right. Greetings from Kai. What's up? Like orbs that act like stars. Like they just go on a straight path. One of these days. Ah, I got you. I think it's Fire Striker. Just Fire Striker. What's a hectagon on the North Pole? We really don't know. We honestly don't know. It's mostly ice. Yeah, the ring's mostly ice. You can be anything from like sand grains up to about the size like mountains. They fly all over the sky. Maybe drones did. Could be drones. Having trouble sleeping and hit YouTube. Doomscrolling. That's so funny. I'm glad to have you, Blair. Good evening to you, bud. Have you tried to zero in on 3i? I haven't yet. End of October, we should be able to see it from the observatory here. We got some clouds coming in, by the way, y'all. It's going to be really short, it looks like, but there are some clouds getting ready to come in on our view. You can see it right now. Be 100 times bigger to even consider to be felt. Oh, it needs 80 times the amount of mass. 80 times the amount of mass to ignite into what would be called a brown star. Show your observatory or telescope, please. The telescope's on the bottom right here. Can you see it or no? That's a telescope right here. You can actually see the telescope I'm using currently right there. What is the ring width of Saturn? Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't... Numbers like that, I never actually remember. Yeah, there's a little bit of clouds. Here's the... I came from above the observatory here. You can see the clouds pushing in. Right there on the bottom right side is where Saturn and Neptune are and where the telescope's pointing. Your credit magic just made a whole planet disappear. Not only that, we made the majestic Saturn disappear. And everything that isn't a star, but made a stardust. Technically, a fell star. I mean, it's a funny way to throw it in there, Jonathan. No, when we talk about a star, though, a star requires fusion, which takes atoms and just smash them together and you get energy. So, star, we talk about fusion. This is my observatory. Did you see the total eclipse? I did. I was down in Mount Hope, Arkansas. Yeah, I was down in Mount Hope, Arkansas for it. 175,000 miles. There you go. Someone will type it in. Dude, I can never remember that kind of information. I can remember like wild crap, but trying to remember some things is just way like out there for me. How fast is Atlas moving? I can't remember. Fast though. But I'd Saturn and Jupiter. What if Saturn and Jupiter crashed? Jupiter would win by far. It would win. It would pull the atmosphere, starting with the atmosphere of Saturn, and then start just pulling the inner sides of Saturn. It'd win though. No, 3i is not landing on Mars. Did you hear that before you come to your birth? What's that, Sean? I'm not too sure what you mean. People don't want to talk about orbs, especially people on the internet. I mean, I don't have orbs, so I don't know what to talk about on it, dude. I mean, like literally everything that I see, like this view here is on my website that runs 24/7. You can actually watch this all the time. This is watch right above the observatory. It's something that used to be a star, but it isn't. A failed star would be anything in the sense that it was close to creating fusion, but it failed to do so, in the definition of it. If you don't mind me asking, what sort of telescope would you recommend as a starter? Yeah, Tracy, that's a tough one. This is probably one of the hardest questions to ever answer, but probably like a tabletop Dobsonian or even binocular. I think is like the easiest way to start out, the cheapest way to start out, and gets you kind of familiar with astronomy in its own. What a Batman Superman crash? I think Superman win that. Yeah, these clouds are really crazy tonight. Hopefully I got most of that up there. Trying to keep up with it. Why are the rings from Saturn like last week? The rings are mostly ice and dust and could come from crushed moons, asteroids, and comets. Oh, that's awesome, Philip. That's super awesome. I like Star Trek stuff. Dude, I like Star Trek. I could go with that. I would agree with you on that one. Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune also have rings. That is true. Yep, all of our gas planets have rings. All of our gas planets have rings. We'd like to see 10% light speed. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I agree. What's my favorite thing to view through the telescope? Probably Jupiter. But I think my answer would always have to be behind Jupiter, Venus, behind that. I mean, all the planets are really cool. Probably Orion Nebula ranks up there as well. The Atlas lands and hits Mars. Mars will be the closest. It's not going to land on Mars. And it's not the closest to us at all. Can you zoom in? If we get a better view, we will. We got to wait until these clouds push through and we'll zoom in a little bit more. Europa is a better fit for life. Europa has a possibility of current life. When we talk about that current life, Europa has a much higher percentage of current life than what Mars would have, of course. Get out the speed of light, yeah. Oh no, absolutely. That's awesome, man. Glad you came in. Glad to get to see you tonight. Elon Genius hasn't said anything. Well, he's not a biologist. Really not his area. It's not my area either. Like, it's... And on top of that, like, life on Mars hasn't been confirmed. There's really awesome evidence discovered last year that's getting a lot of attention currently. But it doesn't confirm life yet. Hey, what's up, Kim? How you doing, bud? Ganymede's crazy. Ganymede's a really awesome moon. Yep, Europa's the moon of Jupiter. It's an icy moon with the ocean underneath. Really beautiful. It has a good possibility. I'd give it like a 50-50 chance of finding some kind of life on it. That's one there, yeah. I got you. Ganymede has a magnetic field. Interesting. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jared, sounds good, buddy. Have a good night, man. We'll see them. I honestly, I don't know when the next stream's going to be, to be honest. This week is going to be a lot of rain for us here, so I honestly don't know when the next stream's going to be. We don't get in like religion or politics talk here, man. Try to make it like welcoming for everybody. I have my own beliefs, obviously. I think everybody has a right to have their own beliefs. I think it's... But speaking of it, it just takes outside the idea of what we're doing. We're observing a planet. How do you add another person? I think you got to use a computer. Nuclear power is used to power a submarine when on a spacecraft. It's kind of tough, man. There's a lot going on in spacecraft. I'm not a obviously, but there's a lot going on in spacecraft though. If you can ever figure out like stuff like how to interact with subatomic particles, then I think you got a better solution for space travel than you would even with atomic. Send me some of the rain, spaceman. What state are you in? I'm in Missouri, by the way. My chat is flying by just because I opened up the other screen. Oh my goodness. Nuclear power is used to power submarine when on spacecraft. I think that it just becomes a lot more complicated in the sense like the weight and stuff. You would still need to worry about G-forces destroying the ship. Are you guys still talking about space travel? I missed something up there. Someone was talking about speed of light. Like speed of light, as far as we know, you could never achieve. Like it's not something we could actually achieve. Oh, okay, I got you. You're down in you're down in Jenny's neck of the wood where all the crazy clouds have been, huh? Of course we got a whole... You still remember Comet Bob? Nice. Super awesome. I think the most possible space travel method is bending space-time around the ship. Maybe. Oh, I got you. You're saying, yeah, but we got to find out if wormholes exist, right? They probably don't. Honestly, they probably don't exist. Warp drive? Yeah. Oh, no way, Mark. No way, dude. What'd you get? Dude, that's awesome, man. What'd you get? Got my help up. Nice, man. I was really young. Remember seeing Halley's Comet when I was 6? Dang. That's super cool, Jenny. Because you don't realize, you don't re-materialize. You just pop out of the next destination. That makes sense. Yo, Mark, what did you get, man? Mark watched too many of my streams and he already bought him a telescope. You're in high school for help up. Gotcha. Got an 80 millimeter app, 600 millimeter focal length refractor. Dude, that's awesome, man. Super awesome. Wait until they discover people who live in mobile homes are best suited space travel. Was that a tornado joke? I don't even want to know. Actually, don't even answer that. I'm a telescope noob, so I'm still learning. Yeah, dude, like my honest suggestion would be using the daytime and check out a tree first. Where's Saturn go? The clouds right now. The clouds are winning. Should just step through a wormhole. No need for cars or planes. There we go. I gotcha. Time to draw Saturn. I need to get like some way to be able to draw it. Oh man. Oh, you just seen Rick and Morty flying in? Nice. You think they exist, but are just too small to notice? Until you observe space on a quantum scale. Gotcha. You're a wormhole advocate, I guess. That's super funny. That's really funny. Yeah, the clouds are really thick right now. This is not looking great. Here's the clouds coming in. It does not look good. 274 moons. Yeah, 274 moons. What about the dark matter? Really don't know. We really don't know. Yeah, they're rude. They're coming up from the Louisiana side too. They're coming out of my south. What are you guys doing to us? You're welcome, Mark. Yeah, man, I hope you enjoy it, bro. I think you will enjoy it for sure. And always let us know if you need help. Jupiter is not where I'm able to see. Here again is the view from above the observatory. This is basically what we see. So you can see Uranus over there. It's going to be to the obvious area. And then you'll have Pleiades right there as well. The moon will be coming up here soon in that direction. But this is basically what we can see from the observatory. The brighter objects, I should say. Have we gone in the past 100 years wide? Yeah, dude, I would agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Do you ever look at other planets besides Saturn? Yeah. But with the clouds, we're not looking at. Yeah, we go through. The only planets that are we do to actually stream ends up being Venus and Venus and Mercury are really hard to do from the observatory itself. We got Venus the other morning though, like 2 days ago, I think. Oh, thanks, Mark. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate that. I always suck whenever I try to go stargazing. It happens. That is the thing. You make a plan to go the sky, you're probably gonna build the cloud for a minute. You can see they're really thick out here. I don't see anything. Oh, I see some stuff over there actually. A little bit of something over there. Advanced technology has been slow in the past 50 years. I would agree with that too. Has the same favorite planet as you, Saturn. Saturn's really cool. Is your telescope outside all the time? It's inside a roll-off roof observatory, so the roof itself slides on and off with a winch. What is Capella? And others probably flicker white, red, and blue. So they are variable stars that emit light on a very scale. So like Fomalhaut, for example, Capella, and some other stars. If you ever really want to see a beautiful star, look up Capella. But they are variable stars. The sticks and stones, the satellites and spaceships. I think it's really crazy. Like if you're to be a rock, like this used to be a rock, and now you got this smartphone. That's really crazy cool. We have been slid by the accursed suspended water. Yeah, 100% Blair. Capella is cool. Yeah, Capella is cool. I think Fomalhaut really is a beautiful star. Yeah, we accomplish magic by making rocks talk to each other. That's how crazy cool science. You really never think about it. Like you're holding a hand and can communicate, can come on here and watch this live, and it's all from a rock. It's really cool. How many videos do you post? Honestly, I'm horrible. And like all my videos, I think my live streams, I think I got like 3 shorts on here. I'm really bad with content. I spend a lot of my time going live, and some of those nights end up being like 8-9 hours. By the time it even comes to like, should I do content? I just spent all my time being live. Yeah, the moon, Earth's favorite pet rock of them all. Yeah, Fomalhaut's really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Ranger Rob, I appreciate that, dude. Thanks for the sub, man. Is there anything still on your bucket list as far as in space you'd like to see? A really close up supernova, so like Betelgeuse, for example, would be on the bucket list for sure. Nice. What minerals do you think are on the moon? 96% of what on Earth. Roughly 96% of the same minerals or isotopics. Roughly the same. Always remember he's a Ropal Galaxy guy. The Ropal Galaxy is really beautiful. Hey, I see Saturn trying to poke in again. Hey, I see Saturn trying to dim out again. Oh, well, wait, hold on, and, oh, we got a Saturn. You would capture it for all of us to see, right? Oh, if Betelgeuse went, then you'd be able to go outside and look up and see it. Is Betelgeuse due to go supernova? It's due to, yeah. It should at some point when the Saturn has returned from the hiatus, and there it goes. Saturn's taking all the breaks. It's unionized tonight. Saturn has definitely unionized. What's up, Emma? Hey, how are you doing? I see you. Is daytime there for you already? Wow, dude, it's like 2:11 for me right now. So yeah, spoke too soon. It's kind of crazy how perfectly aligned everything is in our solar system. It is now. Things are more organized, right? When we talk about our that are matured. Yeah, Central Time here. I'll be inside working and miss it, or be asleep. Yeah. You did jinx it, Michael. Come on, man. The telescope isn't ocean-proof. Saturn probably. Dang, that's probably true. That is probably true. Zion National Park area. No way. Dude, glad to have you, Rob. Definitely glad to have you. Yeah, we're changing the sun in the culture, yeah. Oh, you followed Cassini from the beginning. I hate to see it burn up, man. I know, but at the same time, it's a good thing it happened, right? Like, didn't leave any matter from Earth on anything else like Titan. So it's a good thing it happened. Obviously, I see Cassini carry on, but it happened. Truck tape technology, yeah. I can make it fly. That's funny. That's super funny. I would like to see another Cassini mission, to be honest. Which we're going to. We're going to get there. Do I have any religious belief? I do. I just don't talk about like streams like this. I think everybody should have the freedom to have their own religious views, and it shouldn't be anything that we even consider when it comes to looking, observing, testing, and such. So science itself doesn't have anything to do with religion. So there's a huge separation there, right? And that's kind of like where I just don't speak about religion. I prefer people not speak about religion or politics, to be honest. Yeah, I think neutrality in a scenario like this, because I think the one thing I really want to be able to produce here is something that can be calm, relaxing for everybody, and just make it where anyone can feel comfortable whenever they come in here. And I think that's super important for the things I've done for the past 5 years of streaming even. He's from Krypton. Oh my goodness. That's too funny. I'm one of those Krypton kind of people, I guess. You ever think about going to the middle of the desert and looking up at the sky with a telescope? So I'm in the dark sky area. I've been to a lot of areas, obviously, to observe, but I'm in a dark sky location. I think Carl Sagan had a good approach, for sure. I think there just comes a point that everybody should be able to leave all their stress behind and just enjoy something. And just be able to look at something that's so majestic, like Saturn, for example. It's an interesting thing, so leaving it open so anyone can actually enjoy it, I think that's seeing the Milky Way still on your bucket list. Can't see it from here, of course. Oh my goodness, Jenny, you definitely got to get out. Desert stargazing can be amazing. Yeah, it's a drier sky than what we have out here. We do have a very not so dry sky, for example, as you guys can see. So there's a huge advantage of it, obviously. Huge advantage for it. Do you think that some of the satellites is really new? Just curious. I don't think so. I personally don't think so. It's very hard to launch something that's not stabilized, right? So like if you try to launch anything in space, it's really hard because things are not stabilized, so things don't move the way you'd expect them. So I don't think that that's going to be the case, to be honest. I think a lot of that would fail. If you take it back the other way, that like if you had something like that, you would have to launch it. It'd have to be like a slow trajectory, and I think that'd be detected way too fast. Even if you do a slow projected or a slow velocity launch where you're trying to get it like into an orbit and then finally into the lower parts of the atmosphere to be able to take off, and it'd be detected by that point. So I think it'd be almost like a completely waste in that sense. It's not feasible in my opinion. Radioactive wasps were discovered not too long ago, right? Oh my goodness, yeah, that gets a little wild. I can't even remember the other bees too. The bees that came over here in the United States. Oh my goodness. Yes, I used to be around the mechanism that would have to be released. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Just I don't know. It doesn't sound safe. What's a red thing that you just pointed out? That's a telescope, right? That's a telescope. That's right here. The telescope. That's what whiskey's for. Yeah, but not everybody should drink whiskey. Ever go to Cherry Springs in Pennsylvania Stargate? Have not been to Pennsylvania Stargates. I personally have not been there. Yep, that's the telescope that we're currently using here. Looking for Saturn with the naked eye right now? You should, obviously. It's really easy to... Saturn's easy to spot. How can you stream like this? I try to stream every night as long as we don't have clouds. Well, I'm streaming, I guess, but as long as we don't have clouds, I'll try to be here. Kia ora from New Zealand. Nice. You know, currently we just got a lot of clouds. Let's see. Let me pop it up again. You can see it clears out, though. It's going to be coming from south, which is basically here on the bottom, and moving to the north, which is on more like the top of our view here. So it's starting to clear up a little bit down there. We might get to see Saturn again here shortly. This is basically almost looking due south at this point. I ain't going to go too much further over. My neighbor's house is over here. Actually, we may only see the... Yeah, we only see the observatory. Never mind. So this is the observatory. Someone's asking about it earlier. You see the cable here on the right side, and then the road right there in front of us that slides inward. Morning Science is a good channel. I agree. You mentioned Cherry Springs. Yeah, I've never been to Pennsylvania. I've never been to Pennsylvania at all. More weather, more. Ah, okay. You got family down there in St. Robert. That's on the other state. You show pictures of some of this stuff. Captured while we wait on the clouds. Ooh, I don't know how to pull them in very, to be honest. If anybody ever wants to use my website, though, I guess. I guess I'm pulled all over here. So here's the website. If you guys, that sky camera, it's skieslive.com. This updates every 10 seconds, basically, and we'll give you a lot of information, of course. If you guys ever want to see, like, the gallery, the Ox Sky is pretty fun. Like, if you guys like star trails, get the moon and stuff here, of course, but go back in time, back before we had too much moon out, and clouds, of course. You start to get these star trails. You can see what it looks like above the observatory. And then, I got the gallery. You can see some of the photos they're taken from here at the observatory. Here's Jenny's. This is Jenny's favorite. This is going to be M16. This is the Eagle Nebula, or the Pillars of Creation, which was made really famous by Hubble. And this is one that we took here from the observatory. It's actually really beautiful too. Really gorgeous. Yeah, this is my website here. skieslive.com. Yeah, the Eagle is really beautiful. And so when I pop up that all-sky camera, what you guys are seeing is basically from my website here. Like this right here. And it shows you kind of where my telescope's pointing. You'll be able to see it. be able to see like different things, like if there's meteors and stuff, and this updates every 10 seconds. That's really cool to get to watch. And also see kind of what we can look at through the telescope at that moment. James Webb Space Telescope photos are stunning. I agree. Yeah, really beautiful. Oh, sweet, Blair. Awesome, man. Whenever I went out to see the Northern Lights, that's awesome. That's really awesome. Last night got pretty high. We got like up to KP7 last night, but it was cloudy here, of course. Could a rogue planet ever enter our solar system? So that's a tough. Mathematically, it's really hard to get objects to stick. Now, if you get stuff going like the same velocity, just a little bit different, then it's possible, right? It's plausible in a sense, but really hard to do. Hey, Blue, what's up? I see you. What's up, Mo? No way, I see Mo. What are you doing, Mo? I gotta mod you so I know it's you. How do I mod you on here? Can't do it on the other deal. How are you doing, Mo? How's your night? Oh, there it is right there. As moderator. I'll be able to see you. Do you really like a orange colors here in fingernail? Do you really? It's like an orange colors here in fingernail looking. What was? Oh man, blue. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, you mean moderators? Is that what you're talking about or no? Oh, okay, Mo. That makes sense. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that, bud. Matthew, we're waiting on the clouds to move. We're trying to view Saturn, but the clouds pushed in on us. Michael, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, we're just waiting on the clouds to kind of push through so we can see Saturn again. Clouds are winning currently. Like the only place it stayed cleared is over here. Almost where we'll see Orion eventually rise up at in this area. It's a low in the eastern sky. I didn't think you could say, oh, you mean the moon. Yeah, it's trying to push up. You can start to see the illumination. Can you see it down like on the trees on the left side? Pushing up on the east, so it's trying to push up. Got you, Michael. I mean, summer is over. That's true. This is true. You know that winter is coming fast when Orion is coming up. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely true. I don't know, yo. We may have to call it a night because this don't look great. Like the only place staying clear is in the southeast. And it just seems to be consistent. When I just looked at the app, it said it's going to be cloudy for like the next three hours. Maybe the end of it for the night. Oh no, I missed out on the blue. Sometimes the chat's a little wild to read on here. Like you need to heat before drinking a lot of water. Gotcha. Gotcha. Makes sense. If you were in the southern hemisphere, could you still see all the planets? Yes. You can see the planets from the southern hemisphere. Sugar is what gives you the hangover. That makes sense. I'm not a drinker myself. Nah, weather's being tough. Only way I get the update is I actually got to take it out. I haven't figured out a way to like continuously update here. Unless if I brought in my website, then you can watch it actually update the whole time. If I can find it. Oh, you know what? It's because I have the Oscar on here. The only way we can actually watch it update itself is actually watch it. But yeah. It's tough. See Uranus coming up though. Ain't looking good. I gotta be able to get this back off the screen. How am I gonna get it? I don't even know. Close it? Move, maybe. Ha. Maybe? Minimize? Oh, whatever. Oh my goodness. The clouds are being really aggressive, yeah. They know they know not what. Hope we'll have a good night, bud. Thanks for coming and hanging out again. Appreciate you. Have an amazing night, MJ. I couldn't see where Saturn is. Oh, it's on the bottom right side here. Or actually, it's like really right side, bottom right. Or you mean like in your sky when you looked out? Gotta take the car to the dealership in 5 hours. Dude. Crazy. Yeah, we may have to call it night because I don't see this being a good scenario. Also, the one, obviously, stuff like that. So, use some clouds and rain here. No way. We're gonna get it all week. This week looks bad. Yeah, make sure if you haven't subbed yet, hit I'm sure you guys enjoy it. If you guys want to see kind of a few things, I guess. I don't know what else to do, so I don't know. We can shut down the telescope and you guys can see kind of what the observatory does, I guess. I'll close it real quick. So right now the telescope's going to go to a position. See if I can kind of keep up with it a little better. I'll just basically lay flat in the opposite direction, then slides on, goes right. Had to go there, yeah. That's probably it for us tonight, though. I don't know what else to honestly do when you get this kind of vision. You can't hear me at all? Where'd Discord go? Oh, I know why. There we go. There we go. I did not put my audio in the other view, I guess. My bad. My bad. You guys ready for some meteor showers going to be coming up? So we'll be able to do some. I did not know my audio did not carry over to that view. We'll have to fix that. But we'll have meteor showers coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Perseids be coming up, and we'll be doing that as well. Be one of the fun things. Hanging out with the stars. It's always fun to do. But clear skies, y'all. I'm going to do you have photos of your observatory? I don't actually really photos of the observatory. Let me see if you guys can. I gotta figure it out. But anyways, this is the control room where I just tried to show you. The telescope's on the opposite side of the wall, like right here in front of me where the computers are facing. And then the observatory is just a slide-off roof out there. The camera's like on the front-facing wall, which is like right over here on the left side. And of course, the telescope sets in the not quite in the center of the setup. It makes it easier for pathways and stuff. So one of the telescopes right here. And then you see the roof right here, which is right above where I'm sitting. A little bit further in here, like that door I showed you on my camera is right there. That'd be where the door is that goes in and out to this room that I'm sitting in. Ship test firing a laser weapon. Yeah, I've actually thought that was really cool. That was like super cool. Yeah, Audio's definitely not my friend tonight. It is definitely not my friend tonight. Yep. Yeah. Yep, kind of a bummer. Yeah, I see a little bit of stars here, like clearing up, but man, I already shut down though. It's so hard to get Saturn again because with that zoom, it's gonna be so hard. I don't know. Yeah, stars are truly beautiful. I agree. A lot of stars, but a lot of clouds too. All right, y'all. I'm gonna call tonight. Get some rest. Y'all get some rest. Hopefully, have a sweet and awesome day, night, whichever shall be for you. Clear skies, and we'll see y'all soon. Yeah, absolutely, Jenny. Glad to see you tonight as well. I'll see y'all soon. Clear skies.